Hi yogis and yogi land, YouTube land. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening up here in Little Mulberry Park. Somewhere in Georgia. Auburn and Decula area. This is the observation tower. We've come up to our mat and I sit up on this little ledge here. As soon as I get a little bit good breeze comes through here. So we're just gonna come into our pelvic rotation. Okay. So we're gonna do our eclipse theme of this whole week. I was here yesterday and I was working on so we got we're gonna do our warm-ups. We're gonna do the moon salutation. Then we'll do the sun salutation and throw in an earth salutation. So we're gonna have so much fun. Okay, so let's just come down to the mat and we're gonna do some more into our garden here. Just do some more. I know actually it's not so hot, so if you're hot, please just bring the air over the tongue and out the nose. So the forward's the inhalation and the exhalation is when you have that belly crunch is the exhalation. We'll go the other way. Yeah, I finally got a nice little breeze up here. Touch the shoulders, raise our arms up. This helps us with our alignment. And you have a block or a bolster to sit on. Give you a little bit of elevation here. And we'll do some forward and back cows here. So inhalation forward. Do our practice. Our inhalations are our elongations and the exhalations are settling the asana. Okay. So touch the shoulders, raise the arms up, and then we're just going to drop a slight twist to the right and look over your right shoulder. Touch the shoulder, and I'm got the sun right in front of me, so I'm looking at it for seconds and close my eyes. Or if you're at home, look at a candle if you have, or a light. You want to just bring a light to the Ajna chakra here. Twist to the left. So you're only looking at this sun or candle light for seconds, and this is a great meditation. Okay. Then we'll come back into. So throughout our practice, keep that meditation in your practice. For yoga, it's a meditation and movement. We're doing a nice little gentle flow here. Our eclipse. Now we are going to come onto our hands and knees and do our sunbird here. So I like to always touch the shoulders with I'm facing you when to do the right, extend it. Do it Left heel to the booty and extend out. Inhalation here. Exhalation. The right hand, left knee down. Touch the shoulder with the left fingertips and extend out. And then put the right heel to the booty and extend out. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of these at your own pace. And now, while we're here, let's do some more pelvic rotation here. Go the other way. And then we'll do some forward and back movements here. And come into a child pose. Now, anytime you feel you're exhausted, just come here. This is our child pose. We're going our puppy now. Our puppy here, we curl the toes under. The hands, a good way to touch the back of the hand to the shoulder and just drop it in front, just out comfortably. Tilt back a little of your booty and lift your knees up. And now we're going to walk our dog. This is our first dog here. Inhalation up, exhalation the heel down. And then we're just going to walk our feet up to our hands and come into our forward fold. This is our first forward fold. And you can put your hands into the elbows here, or you can just come down along the shin, but don't pull yourself. And then we do 10 breaths here. Inhalations are like half fold, exhalations are full fold. Deepening into your asana. This is a very important asana here. Touch the shoulders, extend the arms out for our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward, come to a slight back bend here. And we're going to do quite a bit of those back bends, so just experience to see how far back you do come, but don't force yourself. Okay? And we're just gonna, this is our mountain pose. We're stand up to the front of our mat, and we will just roll the shoulders forward and back. And when we're in this mountain pose, we create this the tingleness in our body, and just that's what you're tuning into. And while we're here, we'll do some more pelvic rotations. That's one thing that's awesome about yoga. It can really help you with the pelvic. Gives you an opportunity to work your pelvic. A lot of issues go on in this area here, so the yoga is really awesome with the pelvic health. Also a passion of mine, especially men have issues, but women have a lot of issues there, so it's in that area. So yoga is a really great exercise, and tuning into giving yourself me time. Yes. Okay, great. Let's got some nice wind here today. So nice. My mat's blowing away here. Let's we're gonna pinwheel our arms. Just come forward. Pinwheel back. And here's the challenge. Bring the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then reverse that. Right arm forward and the left arm back. Do some more pelvic rotations. Pinwheel the arms forward again. As it's, we're going to come into our moon. We'll do our moon salutation first. Right, the moon comes in front of for the theme of the eclipse here. The moon comes gets in the way of the sun. Is in between the sun and the earth, okay, right? No. We're going to bring your feet in so they're vertical to the mat. And let's do some wide stance pelvic rotations here. So you can experience what it's like. Do 4 one way and 4 the other, it's fine. Now, touch the shoulders to help us with the alignment to come out. This is our wide stance Trikonasana. Now, where you're just pointing the toes to the corners of the mat until the heel comes in. We squat down a little bit so our knees are, but remember we have buoyancy. And we touch the shoulders again, we just come out. This is our goddess. Okay. Now, to come out, we're going to come into our setup for our Trikonasana over the right leg. I'm coming over my right leg, so my right hand leads and the left will follow. Put the back of the hand down the shin wherever you feel comfortable. And now we're going to just brush. Remember to have the buoyancy in the knees so you're not locking up. We're going to just brush the body, lift the elbow up, and lift the forearm. Now to come out of this, we're going to come into our warrior stance and come into our warrior the elegant. Remember to have the knee go over the toes. Okay. Now we're going to lift the left heel up, and this is our Anujeti. Touch the shoulders, come into our warrior. Come into the warrior stance with the knee. Now we're going to drop the left knee. This worked out really well since I'm facing you. And we're going to put our hands on top of the right knee. And then we're going to do try and bring the hands down the mat. If it's too challenging, if you have a block or like I have a bolster here, so you can just use that, feel comfortable. So we're going to extend this leg on the inhalation, exhalation, come forward. Curl that left toe under, and then we just see if you can lift the knee up. If you can't lift the knee up, it's fine. You can just come down here. The challenge is to if you want to come up. And then you're welcome to stay there. Step up a teeny bit left, come back into our, touch the shoulders, come into our Anujeti here. Drop that heel down if you can. It's no big deal because we're going to come into our warrior here. Warrior one. Now we're going to squiddle the left foot in. We are going to come into a Parvantasana here. So we're just going to grab the shoulders, squeeze the shoulders. Going to grab the elbows if you can. The mudra is the hands clasped behind, elbows up, and extend the forearms out. And those, one a bit more challenge can come into the reverse prayer. And since I'm exhaling over the right leg, the right thumb will be over to the left thumb. And then your stance will be comfortable, as wide as comfortable you like. Don't be, not so much the warrior width, just a teeny bit in. Look at a slight back bend here. An exhalation with some, and remember to have the buoyancy from the knees. An exhalation over the right leg for 5 breaths. Now drop the left arm down the leg, coming to our warrior the elegance over here. Next, if you need to roll out your wrists, please do that. And come into the warrior stance with the knee. Now, we're going to bring the hands together, brush the shoulders. This helps with the line. I'm going to come into our warrior 2. We're going to come into our warrior 1. And now we're going to very elegantly, gently bring the hands to the mat. We're going to come into our Ardha Chandrasana here, our moon. So now we're going to lift that heel up, so we're in our Ananjali. Bring that left heel to the booty, kick it out. This left hand, if you just see how far off the ground you can. If you can brush the body and look up. Look at the grass. Or you're inside, look at the floor, the wall, the ceiling. Outside, look at the grass, the trees, the sky. 10 breaths here. To come out of that, come into our warrior, the elegant. Great. And then we're gonna come into our wide stance Trikonasana here. We're gonna drop the, actually let's come back up into our Ananjali. Put the heel up, warrior Ananjali. Drop down to the knee. Now we're gonna, from the shin is vertical to the mat. And then we put the right leg, the foot is vertical to the mat. We're coming into our Parigriyasana. Touch the shoulders, raise the arms up, and lean to the right. And put the right follows. Now I like to bring the fingertips together here and open. Touch. And then to deepen this, we're going to drop the left hand to the mat. Bring the right heel to the booty and see if you can lift up. It's a little challenging for me because I'm on a ledge here. Okay. You tuck the toe here, helps you, you know which way. And now we're gonna Parvarita or Parigriyasana. So very elegantly, we're just going to drop our booty down and extend the right leg to the far right, to the right corner. Touch the shoulder and reach over into a look under. Lift up the elbow. Okay, great. And now to come out of this, we're going to just come back on to the left knee. And then we're going to do a forward fold, but we're going to squat down over this. We're going to just put our weight right on top of the left shin here. And if it's too challenging, just have the weight, or if you have the blocks, or if it just becomes too much, just put your bolster or block going over there so you're not, because sometimes that the elongation of the foot being out could be a bit, so you just want to feel comfortable here. In yoga, we don't hurt ourselves. We don't hurt ourselves. That's why we show up every day, because we don't hurt ourselves. And we're just gonna fold over this right leg. Okay, great. And now we are going to come into a malasana here to set up for the other side. And while we're in this malasana, we can have fun by dropping the left hand down and brushing up with the right. Come into our prayer hand here. And actually, we have, if you're at home or we'll doing a very gentle class, so we just have the time right here in our malasana. We have a flower. Okay? So you just want to give your flower some fragrance. Nice. This will help you to get into the meditation. Now we're dropping the right hand down and sweeping up. Just follow your left hand up. And now we're here. We're going to come back into our Parigriyasana here. Brush the left hand down and lean over with the right. Now we're going to touch the fingertips and open here. And now we're going to spiral the right hand down to the side. Bring the left to the booty and kick it. Okay, and now very gently see if we can squat down here. Okay, we're doing our hover bit. So see where my shin on my right leg is. Yogi toe lock here at the left. Touch it with the shoulder with the right fingers and reach over. So you're looking up over under your elbow. Okay. And to come out of that, we're just going to come onto I'll put our weight on the right. I've got this left legs extended. And we're going to do our forward and back rocks here. Now, we're going to call the right toes under and just lift up here. And come into our Ananjali. If you have it in you to drop the heel, come into our Warrior One. Bring the hands to the mat very elegantly. Bring the right heel to the booty and kick that up. And since I'm facing you, of course, I'm going to be brushing we're coming to our move. Look at the floor, the walls, the trees, the sky, the ceiling. 10 breaths here. Come back into our Warrior the Elegant. Put the palms together, brush the shoulders, come to our warrior two. And now we're going to come into our wide stance Trikonasana here. Put the front foot forward. We're going to come back into coming into the Trikonasana by just the left hand leads, the right hand will follow. Hey doggy. Now brush I like to clap the hand and just brush the body here and raise up. Remember to have the buoyancy in the knees. Now to come out is come back in, brush the body down the right hand down the right, and come into our warrior the elegance here. Remember to get the warrior knee. And now we're turning this into our Parvantasana. Bye. Remember you have your mudra, bring the hands to the elbow. And those of us that are going to curl come in the reverse prayer, come down the left, so we get the left thumb over the right thumb. And it's got a slight back bend here. And remember, we're gonna just have the buoyancy in the knees, exhalation over the left leg for 5 breaths. Come into a slight back bend here. Drop the right hand and come back into our warrior the elegant. Open back up into our warrior two. Bring that left foot vertical. We're coming to our wide stance Trikonasana. And now we're just gonna have the knee. This is the only time where it's acceptable. One of the very few asanas that you will experience the knee actually going over the toes. Okay, because we're doing side to sides. And now we bring the hand down. Exhalation, inhalation up, exhalation. And we'll come back up and do some more pelvic rotations. And then we're just gonna bring the feet up a little bit closer here. Still go into our pelvic rotations. And now we're gonna grab the right and left wrist, or right. We're gonna grab the right wrist and lean to the left. Grab the left wrist and lean to the right. Great. That was our moon salute. That was our moon salutation, and we're gonna come into pinwheel our arms here. Step back with the right. Have our warrior stance here. We're going to come into our warrior one. Too challenging to drop that heel. Just stay up in our Ananjali. There's no difference. You showed up. Very elegantly, we're bringing the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Walker dog here, a few breaths. Inhalation forward, drop the knees. Tilt back a bit in your booty. Drop the forearms and leave with the chin to the top of the mat here. And press up into our Bhujangasana here. This is our first Bhujangasana. So stay here for 10 breaths, and then We did a little bit of workout, so if you want a little rest, we can come into our crocodile by putting the palm on top of palm and your hip dip. So that's your preference there of our called the crocodile there. One of a very important asana in a yoga therapy class. So we're giving ourselves me time. The challenge is showing up. That's the challenge. To give yourself the me time. Okay. Now, to come out of this, we're going to grow our puppy and come back into our dog. So our puppy is, we just have the hands, the back of the hands just touch the shoulder. Put on the inhalation, we have the whole torso come up. And then we can tilt back to our puppy. Now come into the puppy, one full handprint towards you. Curl the toes under and press up into our dog. Raise the right leg up, step up with the right, step up with the left. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Come to a slight back bend here. And now we're going to come into our flower rotation. If you have like a prayer hand, curl the hands, the back of the fingers, and come out. I love doing this because this also gives us synovial fluids we create internally. Now, I'm going to come the other way. So we're going to do the other side. Pinwheel arms, forward and back. The left arm comes up. Step back with the left. Come to your warrior. Your warrior be like you're on a jetty or your warrior one, the heel up or down. So I'm naming it now your warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Inhalation forward. Drop the knees. Come into our Zenasana. Press up Bhujangasana. Grow our puppy to our dog. Step up with the left. Step up with the right. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. To our back bend. To our flower rotation. And now we're going to pinwheel our arms here. Pinwheel back. We're going to hit on here a little bit. Step back with the right. Our warrior. Come down into our... Actually, really won't need any of this right now, so... Come into our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Raise the right leg up. The inhalation here. Exhalation, the right to right. Inhalation here. Exhalation center. Now inhalation, elongation. Exhalation, bring that right knee to the left elbow again. Inhalation, left elbow. Inhalation, exhalation center. And now we're coming into our Muladhara kiss here. Now we're gonna inhalation here and exhalation, that right knee on top. If this is just challenge, just have the experience by dropping the left knee. Because the main thing is, this is very good for the pelvic health because we're wide here. So we're gonna go on to a variation. Nobody's better than anybody. Some of us are deeper in our practice, and I usually like to show what goes on when we have a deeper practice. And this is same with our earth. This is the one, because I call this the Muladhara. So this really is synonymous with the earth and our, especially doing the eclipse. So now, those of us, and then we come down to our, we just have a little balance here. A lot of wrist action out here, so we're going to come into a child pose here, and rotate out your wrist too. Okay. Okay. And since we had a little bit of a break, we're gonna grow our puppy to our dog, and I can show you on the other side. It's fine. We're going now, and it's windy. I got my mat double. Sometimes if you feel with the wrist, you can have your double up your mat. It's fine. Inhalations, left leg up. Exhalation, the left knee to left elbow. Inhalation, exhalation, center. Inhalation, left knee to right elbow. Inhalation, exhalation, right elbow again. Inhalation, exhalation, center. Inhalation, exhalation, left on top of left, and just lean forward. Come back into our dog, drop the knees, and come into our child pose here. Remember to roll out your wrist. Now that is great. And now we are just gonna come up to our Padmasana in our class here. Let's just come to our seat. Gets dark very shortly, but we're gonna start coming down to our seated part of our class now. Okay. In our Padmasana. Great. Then we'll do some more pelvic rotation here. I have my left foot in front, so I'm going to touch the shoulders, raise the arms up. I'm bringing my left elbow to my belly. I'm dropping it. And I'm going to bring my left shin over my right forearm. I got on my right hand, I got my center, index, center, ring, pinky, and I'm putting them in between the toes here. And this is a very good exercise for bunions. And we're just going to, that ankle there, just rotate it. If you want 3 or 4 one way, the other way, and you'll feel in time. If it's very tight, your fingers getting in there, just keep working at it, and you'll notice over time it will get a little more loose in there. Bring the right under. We're going to drop it to get the synovial fluid in our hip going. The synovial fluid is like the hyaluronic acid type fluids in there, so it's lubricating and getting a lot of the stagnicities from the bloods out of the way. A lot of rejuvenating factors going on right now. Bringing this outside of this foot here to the inside of the right arm, and we're gonna hug in here. Wow, this has to be one of the most beautiful evenings up here in a long time. And it's middle of August, so it's very, very, very nice. I have my pinwheel with me. There's no wind. I don't bring my pinwheel. I got wind. Now, here comes the fun. We're coming in to hold the eclipse. We have to do this one too. This is our compass. This is getting earthly elements. The magnetic of this universe of ours coming through here. So it's really awesome because I'm literally on top of a mountain here. Now, exhalation, bring this left arm down and come. This is our compass. We're going to add on here. We're going to come into our Ashtavakasana, because the Ashtavakasana is to me one of the most elegant, but it's very challenging. So you can just come into, just stay up here into our compass, and you can just drop the knee. Just drop this forward, playing here with your compass. Those of us that are going to come into the Ashtavakasana are going to flex the left foot, put the right foot on top of that. All you're doing, we have the right arm here, we have it bent, lit, and we're just going to just roll over that onto that upper tricep. Come out of it, just come back down, come into our Padmasana, and then we're going to roll out the wrist and make sure now we set up for the right leg over. It's really, he's been with me for a while now, so we've been doing this for quite a while. So it's so elegant when it's spoken. Just let's do some pelvic rotations before we move on to the other side. Let's roll out the wrist. Yes, it's a lot of wrist action. That's why we add a lot of the wrist actions in my class. Touch your shoulders, raise the arms up, and now we're going to bring that right elbow to the belly, drop it, and bring that left shin on top of the right forearm, and put our fingers in here. Bring the left forearm under and just give some hip circles here. And now bring the outside of the right foot up to the left elbow. And if it's too challenging, just grab a strap or a towel. So you have if you can't reach it, another way of doing it. Now we're gonna come into our compass. So I get the left hand outside, then my right hand inside the foot. Now dropping the right hand down and come into our compass, looking up over the elbow. Now I got the setting up now for Ashtavakasana over the right side, over the flex that foot, put the left over there, and your left hand's about even, and we're just rolling. Can come down very gently and roll out your wrist, and let's come into our forward fold, rotating out your wrist. Okay, and now as I'm facing you, I'm going to hug in my right and do our set up for our Janu Shirsasana here, and coming down the left leg, so the left hand leads and the right hand will follow. This is a very important asana, so we're gonna do 10 breaths here. And now we're gonna do my favorite, another one that's a little bit more, it's a little bit elegance here, is we're gonna Parivrtta our Janu Shirsasana, bring the left heel to the far left corner of your mat. The elbow comes into the inside. This is the one asana that you will really experience the elongations with the breath and coming down. So when we're in here for 10 breaths. see where you are in 10 breaths, how fingers, and if your fingers already reach, just keep opening up the elbow. So I like to touch the shoulders and reach over. Nothing forced. This is all the breath. Take it. Inhalation, elongation. Exhalation, deepen in. Great. Now, to come out of this, we're going to turn this into a Mauritiasana. So we're going to lift up the right knee. We're going to rotate to the left. Look to the left. Now, we're going to cross over. You're welcome to stay here. If you can bring this left foot over, the right foot onto the other side of the outside of the left leg. We are breathing in. We're going to hug it in with this left forearm. And I'm giving you my yogis a wave to say thank you. And I'm so proud that you showed up. Inhalation, the left arm up. Bring that elbow outside the right. And this is 10 breaths here. This is a very important asana here too. And remember, you just have buoyancy in that arm that we're leaning onto. Let's, I'll come over and face you. We're going to come back into our forward fold here. We'll do 10 breaths here. Now, we're going to hug in the left knee and set that up for our Janu Shirsasana over the right leg. Touch the shoulders. This time the right hand leads, the left hand will follow. And concentrate this little the shin folds forward. Yogi toe lock this right foot, and then we open up to the far right of the corner of the mat and set up for our Pavarita Janu Shirsasana for 10 breaths here. Okay, great. And now we're going to hug in the left knee. Going to twist to the right. Now we're going to set up for our Mauritiasana over the left side. Remember to have the buoyancy in that extended arm, the left arm. The right arm breathes up and we press that. Now to come out of that, extend the left leg. We are now going to have so much fun. We are coming in. This is our Dandasana. Stay here for 3 breaths. This is an asana. Doesn't really get much attention in a lot of yoga classes. Just the way you are, but the fingertips go to the top of the mat. This is a Parsvantasana, and what we do in a Parsvantasana, the toes come forward. We're on the inhalation, we're lifting up. And just lifting the booty up. Where are you in 5 breaths? Drop the booty down, raise the arms up, and come into a forward fold for 3 breaths here. And remember to keep rolling out your wrist here, because we're going to come into our Dandasana again for 3 breaths here. And now we're going to set up for our Parsvantasana again for 5 breaths. Wrist, roll out the wrist. Come into our forward fold again. Now we are going to hug the knees into the chest. Get ready for our closing sequence of our class. We're going to come into our Navasana. So just do forward and back rocks here. And we're going to, while we're here, we'll do some more pelvic rotations with the knee. Just holding the knee forward, out, to the sides. Just rotations here, okay? We'll do 4 one way and 4 the other. Okay? And then we're just going to do forward and back rocks here. And when you come up here, put your hug in, your heel touches the mat, that is fine. And then you can work on coming up with the knee heel up. You can keep hugging. You feel comfortable enough, just open up into our Devasana. Okay. Come back in. Do some forward rocks here. Now come back up. And come back into our Navasana. Okay. Great. Come down very gently. Put the feet down now. And we're just going to we're coming into our back bend of our class. The wheel. Also known as the Fountain of Youth. And we're going to do 3 sets of 5s. This rotating the wrist out, and this is windshield wipers here. With the knees side to sides. 5 breaths here. Those of us that aren't going to be lifting up, just lift the booty up. Exhalation down. Just work here. And you will get, and you can even just place your block and stay here. We're going to be doing 30 breaths. So wherever you want to be in 30 breaths, you can put a bolster. You can double it up or whatever, and you can just come down and stay right here. So your preference. Remember, I'm just a guide, as Simon says. So wherever you feel comfortable, you want to be. Just those of us that are going to be deepening this, we're going to bring the hand. This is also known as the wheel. I call it the Fountain of Youth because they say this was actually documented to actually have age rejuvenations in the spine. So, and I'm very infatuated with factual stuff in yoga. Bring the fingertips, and then we're just going to on the inhalation. Lift up for 5 breaths. Okay. Now come into this is why we have the wrist rotations here. And this is with the knees. If you put your hands in between and give a little bit of resistance, that's very good for the pelvis. You can do that. So we'll set up again for our wheel. Come down very gently. Remember to roll out the wrists. So you do one more time. What a beautiful sunset. Press up. Come down very, very gently. Wrist. And now we're going to do a forward fold here. And now we're going to put our hands on our booty, come into our fish here. And the fish is, we have our weight on our forearm. The head is down. And we just elongation out to our final relaxation, Shavasana. And in our Shavasana, take the right arm and we're gonna come bring it up over your right shoulder. Just raise it up and drop down, cross over the body. These are the chakras we are doing. We just created the energies in our body. They flow in this way. And bring the left arm out, up and over. So we just rotate both your arms and have the left on top or whatever. Just put the going in the clockwise direction, both hands. So you'll notice. And that's the way the wheel is and our body's moving. Now bring the fingertips together. The back of the fingertips together and brush the body up and down, and now widen out the hands. And these are meridians. So this is what we just did in our practice. We just created all of these and now we are coming to the Muladhara chakra, and that's at the base of the spine, like if you were sitting on a bicycle. The color is red. The element is earth. Come up a little bit more, and we got our Vadhisthana, and that is the water, and that is the color is orange. The element is water. And we come up to our Manipura for the fire. The color is yellow. And this is the fire. Come up to the heart chakra, the Anahata, and that is the air, and the color is green. We got our throat chakra, the Visuddha. The color is blue, and that is space and ether. Come up to the third eye, and that's the Ajna chakra. The color is velvet, and that consists of all the elements, and the Sarara chakra, the crown chakra, and that consists of all the elements, and the color is a kaleidoscope of colors. Now, we're just going to roll over to the one side of the mat, away from where you're going to end up facing everybody. Just come up on the forearm, Yogi toe lock here, and we're going to come into this is our infinity pose. And we just want another way to get the earth, the magnetic fields of the earth coming through us. And now we're going to roll over to the right. This is a great way of coming out of this Shavasana. And this is just regular breaths here also. And then we're going to come into our Padmasana to get ready to close the class in our Om. Since you don't like the Om, just the Om fun. what Om does is we gets the stagnations out of our body. And so we're gonna do. We'll do it one fun because we had this was very fun. Fun. And we'll do. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the words and actions of my teachings contribute to the health and well-being of you. Namaste, Satnam, my yogis. Hope to be doing a class very shortly. Bye.